Today on Andy's Autosport TV, we're going to steer you in the right direction. There are very few factory steering wheels out there designed for performance driving, and those are usually attached to some pretty expensive equipment. Fortunately for driving enthusiasts, to get that race car feel is as simple as changing out your factory wheel with something a bit sportier. Please keep in mind that replacing your factory airbag steering wheel can only be done if the vehicle is for off-road use or if the new steering wheel will allow you to retain your factory airbag, which most aftermarket wheels do not. Now let's take a look and see what it takes to put a steering wheel in your car. We have hundreds of steering wheels on andysautosport.com in different sizes and designs and colors, such as this NRG wheel. They're designed to be universal, which means you can get one to fit just about any vehicle, but in order to do the swap, you're going to need more than just a steering wheel. Hub adapters are the key to mating your steering wheel to your vehicle and are sold separately. On one side of the hub adapter, it'll have a spline side that bolts to your steering column, and the outer circumference of the other side has the bolt pattern of your new aftermarket wheel. Before you add a steering wheel to your shopping cart, make sure we have the proper hub adapter for your year, make, and model. This will ensure proper fitment in your vehicle. Most aftermarket steering wheels are going to have the Momo 6-hole pattern or the Grant 3-hole pattern. Now, Nardi has a 6-hole pattern steering wheel as well that is slightly different. Many adapters will fit either the Nardi 6-hole or the Momo 6-hole unless you buy a genuine Nardi or Momo adapter. Now, this particular hub adapter from NRG is designed on the Momo pattern. The quickest way to tell the difference between Momo's pattern and Nardi's pattern, the centering holes for the steering wheel are at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock for the Momo, and the Nardis are at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Most brands of steering wheels stick to one particular bolt pattern unless noted otherwise in our descriptions. You can expect the following steering wheels to use the Momo pattern: Spec D Tuning, NRG, Sparco, G International, Mugen, Helix, and of course Momo. As you can imagine, the hub adapters from each of these brands are also 6-hole Momo style. Any 6-hole Momo wheel can fit any 6-hole Momo style adapter. So let's say the only hub adapter for your car is from Sparco and you really want an NRG steering wheel. It's okay to buy a Sparco hub and an NRG wheel because they both have the same Momo style bolt pattern and will fit perfectly together. Fewer steering wheel companies use the Nardi steering wheel pattern. The brands that we currently carry with this pattern include Grip Royal, Personal, and of course Nardi. Now, Grant steering wheels most often use the standard Grant 3-hole hub adapter, although there are exceptions, such as with some of the classic GM steering wheels. Please check out andysautosport.com for details. We spoke about a 3-hole pattern from Grant as well. Grant is a very popular steering wheel, and if one of these is in your shopping cart, the pattern on your adapter is going to look something like this. A lot of our customers tend to order a quick release kit with their hub adapter and steering wheel, and we can see why. A quick release will allow you to remove your steering wheel with just a push of a couple of buttons. Now, why would you want to do this? Although quick release adapters were designed originally for race vehicles to allow race drivers to get in and out of cramped spaces more easily, once it was adapted for the street, it became evident that it was also a great theft deterrent. After all, it's real hard to steal your prized possession if you've taken the steering wheel with you. So the benefits of a quick release kit are twofold: improved auto security and race-inspired operation to help you get out of that vehicle if you've installed those racing seats or a roll cage. Now, just like the hub adapters, the quick release kit, which is sold separately from the hub adapter, must have the right bolt pattern for the steering wheel that you're purchasing. The NRG brand of quick release kits has both 6-bolt patterns for the Nardi style and the Momo style 6-bolt wheels. If you're looking at purchasing a Grant steering wheel, we offer a full line of Grant quick release hubs at andysautosport.com. Okay, enough talk. Let's install our new NRG wheel, hub, and quick release kit on our Project Integra. Anytime you're installing a steering wheel that has an airbag or an SRS system, you want to make sure that you disconnect the battery first and allow it to completely discharge. When you do that, you always want to start with the negative side of the battery. That way, once the negative side of the battery is disconnected, if you accidentally ground the positive side, it won't arc. We're removing our 3 screws from our steering wheel cover. And in order to remove this, we'll have to pull this tilt lever down. Get this out of the way. And then this exposes our harness for the airbag. Pull it out, and now our airbag is disconnected. Now our airbag will pop right out. We have another clip here. This disconnects just like the other one did. We've just got to get it out from behind the plastic. Push and pull the clip out. And there we have our airbag. Okay, now we come to the hard part, or the fun part as I like to think of it. We're going to take the steering wheel nut off. Now these things sometimes are Loctited on, but they're usually on very, very tight. Now our Integra here does not have a steering wheel lock mechanism on it. So I'm going to rotate the steering wheel all the way to one side. Then I've got my breaker bar with my 19mm socket on there. And you really got to put some muscle to it and break it loose. So we take our nut off. Now this is splined, so even though we have our nut off, what we're going to do is we're going to straighten our wheel back out. And the reason that we're going to straighten the wheel back out is when we put our adapter on here, we want to make sure that everything is lined up correctly. I think that is pretty straight right there. And at this point, we just wiggle the steering wheel. Oh, we have a couple more wires to take loose here. Go back straight. And our steering wheel is removed. Now at this point, since we're getting rid of our airbag out of our track-only Project Integra, we're going to go ahead and pull our airbag module out of here as well. Okay, as we were talking earlier, I mentioned that we are using, this is an NRG wheel, and it has a Momo pattern, which means our centering screws are at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Now there is a little pin mark right up here to let you know which is the top. Of course, the NRG name is up there as well. We have our steering wheel centered. You'll notice there's 2 little slots here. These slots go in this little groove right here. You line this thing straight up, off one tooth there. The teeth are very, very close together. So we got that straight right there. So now we've got our adapter on there. We're going to go ahead and put our nut back on. Now, we know we're okay because we're centered, but we're going to have to spin this around. And because, again, we don't have a lock on this particular vehicle, we're going to spin it all the way around, because once we get the other hub on there, we're not going to be able to get to this nut. So now we've got it all the way over to the lock. We're going to give it a good turn here. Pop that back in place. I'm going to use my breakover bar to turn this back around to where we're centered again, so that our wheels are straight. And we can install the next section of our adapter. Okay, now we're going to install our quick release adapter. Now in order to do this, obviously we can't get a wrench in there, so we're going to go ahead and release our hub. So you push your little bolt down here and you clip, and that baby will fall right out. Now once again, as we spoke of before, there's our centering dot right there. Okay? Centering dot lines up with our top. First we're going to plug in our wires here and here. We're going to make sure that these insulated covers are over top the wire so that nothing can short out inside of there, make your horn drive everybody crazy. Pop that right like this. And then we have our stainless steel hardware that comes with the adapter. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and tighten them down, and once again we're going to do a crisscross pattern. Here's our quick release adapter, and of course we have our centering dot right here. Pop that into place. Our centering dot is exactly where it's supposed to be. Now we can install our brand new steering wheel. Okay, we've got our steering wheel and we're getting ready to do the rest of the install on this. We have this aluminum ring. This goes inside of here, and it is kind of a little tension ring, so you can pop that in there. It fits in there at the, just centers it, and what that does is that holds our horn button in a minute. We'll take and put our horn button in here, and we will connect these wires. Now we'll tuck these in, just like we did our other ones, so we don't get anything out of line here. Our NRG horn button goes in there, fits nicely. And we have our cover. Okay, now we can go through and tighten these up one at a time. We're going to start at the top, rotate around. Now what we'll do is to put the rest of our trim pieces on, we're going to go ahead and utilize our NRG quick release system. Pull that steering wheel off, set it to the side, and we'll get our trim pieces put back in place. Okay, we've got our trim pieces back installed. Going to take our new steering wheel, just clicks right into place, nice and solid, feels exactly like it's supposed to. Everything still works. We're ready to go try out our new steering wheel. What you've just seen is a typical install for a 1992 or newer car or 1995 or newer pickup truck with a factory airbag system. If your vehicle is for street use, we recommend that you check out Grant Products' airbag-inclusive steering wheels that allow some customization for your vehicle while still retaining the factory airbag system. So today we've installed the quick release steering wheel in our Project Integra, and we've been able to talk about some of the steering wheels that we offer at Andy's Autosport. We have hundreds available on the website. Check out the link below and see what we have available for your car, and we'll see you on the next episode of Andy's Autosport TV.